So case study questions based on linear equations in two variables. First one, a test consists of true or false questions. 1 mark is awarded for every correct answer, while 1/4 mark is deducted for every wrong answer. A student knew answers to some of the questions. Rest of the questions he attempted by guessing. He answered 120 questions and got 90 marks. Type of question: marks given for correct answer, marks deducted for wrong answer. So true or false, 1 mark, and deduction is 0.25. First question: if answer to all questions he attempted by guessing were wrong, then how many questions did he answer correctly? So use the variables here and try to frame the linear equations in two variables and then solve. Tell me anybody equations. Let us consider what we need to calculate is how many questions did he answer correctly. So let us assume that X questions to be answered correctly and Y questions are wrong. Then tell me what the equation now relating to X and Y.
X plus Y equals to 120.
Correct. X plus Y equal to 120. Because we have taken X as a number of questions did correctly and Y questions are wrong. So total number of questions is 120. Now one more equation is possible. Tell me what the one more equation now relating to the marks.
X plus Y by 4 is equal to 90.
Say again.
X plus Y by 4 equal to 90.
Sure. Check once again. Small mistake is there.
90.
So for every X questions, 1 mark you are going to get. So 1 into X. For every Y questions, for every wrong, you are going to get subtracted how much? 0.25. That means minus 1/4 into Y equal to. What is the score got? 90. You should not write here minus. You should not write plus. You should write minus because your marks is getting deducted. Now this you simplify. So when you simplify, what you are going to get this? 4x minus Y equal to how much? 360. Now these are the two equations, linear equations in two variables. Now you need to solve these equations. So solve the system of equations and tell me the answer, whatever may be the method.
Sir, X equal to 96.
Anybody coinciding now? So X equal to 96. And what about Y?
24.
How much?
24, sir.
Okay, good. So for the first question, what the answer it should be now?
96.
Now here options are not given, so you have to write the answers. Okay. Now next, second one answer.
24.
Sir, if you answer 96 questions, so how only got 90 marks, sir?
96 marks you are going to get, but in that 24 questions wrong. For 24 questions, how much marks will be get deducted? 24 into 1/4. Because for every question, 1/4 mark will be get deducted. So you can verify these two equations. You can verify. Next, observe the third question. If answer to all the questions he attempted by guessing were wrong and answered 80 correctly, then how many marks he got? Now, try to frame the equation. Try to frame the equations. How many questions correctly done?
Questions.
80. For 80 questions, how many marks he is going to get?
80.
Means 80 into 1. Next, how many questions wrong now?
40.
40. That means minus 40. For each question, how much will be get deducted?
1/4.
1/4.
That means this you need to simplify. Check all of you. Have you understood? 80 questions done correctly because total 120. So 40 questions are wrong. For each question, 1/4 will be get deducted. So 80 into 1 minus 40 into 1/4. Simplify this and tell me the answer.
20.
Seven. So 80 minus 10. So that is 7. Next. Fourth question. If answer to all the questions he attempted by guessing were wrong, then how many questions answered correctly to score 95 marks? Now, so here marks is given again. So how many questions were correct? Now, try to frame the equation, all of you.
X minus y equal to 380.
So let us take X is the number of questions. Okay. Now, how much you are getting for each question? 1 mark. Minus. Now, how many wrong will be now? Total will be what? 120. So 120 minus X. For this, how much will be get deducted? So 1/4. This equal to how much?
95.
95. Now this equation you need to solve. So solve this equation, linear equation, and tell me the answer. So what is the answer?
Hundred.
Correct.
Then we can use minus y equal to 380 also.
What you are saying?
X minus y equal to 380. Concept we are using linear equation in 2 variables. Then we should use 2 variables. Sorry.
Oh, you can use 2 variables, but you can convert again. Because see, y equal to what? 120 minus x only. That is what we have written here.
And more than this, that method is better, no, sir.
See, this equation only we are using. 1 into x minus 1/4 into y equal to 120 minus x equal to, instead of 90, it is what? 95. That's all. So the second case study is Amit is planning to buy a house and the layout is given below. The design and the measurement has been made such that areas of 2 bedrooms and a kitchen together is 95 square meter. This you make a note down. Areas of 2 bedrooms and a kitchen together is 95. Now observe this figure now. the layout. So based on the above information, answer the following questions. First one, form the pair of linear equations in two variables from this situation. Second, find the length of the, wait, let them try all of you. Find the length of the outer boundary of the layout. Third, find the area of each bedroom and kitchen in the layout. Find the area of living room in the layout. Find the cost of laying tiles in kitchen at the rate of ₹50 per square meter. Now, try all the problems and then we can have a discussion instead of one question at a time. So here, the pair of linear equations in two variables from this figure, you will get one equation as x plus y plus 2 equal to 15. And another equation is 5x plus 5y equal to 95, because two bedrooms area and one kitchen area combinedly given as 95 square meters. Now, so when you solve these two system of equations, you'll get x equal to 6 and y equal to 7. So find the length of the outer boundary. So 2 times of length plus width, area of each bedroom and a kitchen. So it will be 30 and 35. Area of living room in the layout. So observe the figure, 15 into 7 minus bedroom area 30. So which is 75 square meters. Next, find the cost of laying tiles in kitchen at the rate of 50. Hence 35 into 50, which is 1750. Now, anybody has done all correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Case study 3. It is common that governments revise travel fares from time to time based on various factors such as inflation, a general increase in prices, and a fall in the purchasing value of money on different types of vehicles like auto, rickshaws, taxis, radio cab, etc. The auto charges in a city comprise of a fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. Study the following situations. Name of the city, distance traveled in kilometers, amount paid in rupees. City A, 10, 75 rupees. For 15 kilometers, it is 110 rupees. City B, for 8 kilometers, amount paid 91, and for 14 kilometers, 145. Make a note of all this, then you can answer the questions easily. Now, let us go through the questions. So, situation 1. In city A, for a journey of 10 kilometers, the charge paid is ₹75, and for a journey of 15 kilometers, the charge paid is 110. Situation 2. In a city B, for a journey of 8 kilometers, the charge paid is 91, and for a journey of 14 kilometers, the charge paid is ₹145. Now, referring to the situation 1, first question. If the fixed charges of auto rickshaw be ₹X and the running charges be ₹Y kilometer per hour, the pair of linear equations representing the situation is. So based on the table for the situation 1, now you frame the equations and identify the options. So which answer?
Option B.
Option
D.
Next, anybody else?
D.
Correct. Option B. That is x plus 10y equal to 75 and x plus 15y equal to 110. Have you understood all of you? Fixed charge is x and running charges by for every kilometer per hour. So that means for 10 kilometers, it will be x plus 10y equal to what? 75, and x plus 15y equal to 110. So if you observe the table, so x plus 10y equal to 75 and x plus 15y equal to 110. Next, observe the second question. A person travels a distance of 50 kilometers. The amount he has to pay is now. So you need to solve the equations and then you tell me the answer.
Sir, option C.
Option C. Anybody else? Remember, this is this question
C,
refers
sir.
to situation 1 only. Now, have you solved for x and y?
Sir,
What is x equal to got?
5.
5.
Correct. And y equal to
7.
7. Is that? Now, so a person travels a distance of 50 kilometers. Then what the expression I should write? 5 plus how much? 50 into 7. Is this only?
30 kilometers.
50 kilometers. So 50 into 7. What's the value? 355. So which option it is? Is it C? Now, try the next. Refer to the situation 2. Remember, this is situation 2. So for the situation 2, you need to write the equations again. What will a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 30 kilometers? Now, can you frame the equations first and tell me?
X plus 8y equal to 91. X plus 14y equal to 145.
Correct. X plus 8y equal to how much? 91. And x plus 14y equal to how much? 145. Whoever has not remembered or not noted down, you can check once again. For the situation 2, 8 and 14, 91 and 145. Now, solve for x and y. After that, what will a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 30? Now, tell me what is x and what is y in this case.
X equal to 19, y equal to 9.
And y equal to
9.
9. Okay. Now, for this situation, person, how much he has to
Option
pay?
B. Option B, 289.
Is it 289? Anybody coincide also?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Check one more question now. The graph of lines representing the condition are, remember, observe the here, situation 2 means in the situation 2, whatever the equations are there, that equations when you plot, which graph it is coinciding. Can you zoom it? Check